Hello, 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 beloved souls. Thank you for joining me. So, it is Divine Feminine Friday, and I wanted to see what beautiful power messages we have for the Divine Feminines going into this beautiful weekend. Energies felt really chill for a minute, so I'm excited. I know we have an equinox coming up next week. We have a full moon coming. Oh my gosh, the full moon's on the 20th, right? And then the equinox is like the 22nd or the 23rd, the autumnal equinox. Um, I love that. But the energies have just been really chill as I've been connecting in. So I just wanted to see, like, I don't know, what the angels, the universe wants the divine feminines to know at this time. So check in. Hey, oh, Sappho. I've been pulling this card a lot personally. Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body. And I love the women in my life fiercely. I love that energy. Such a beautiful, strong energy to remember to really stay present and to stay tapped in to your own inner being, right? Tap in to your body, really tapping into your body. We sometimes forget on the path of spirituality as much as we love connecting with the heavens and the ethers and just feeling that energy that we are human beings, right? And we incarnated for a reason, for this physical, dense, dual, reality planet. We incarnated for a reason. And being in your physical body and being present in your physical body in the moment is really important to being here and co-creating on this planet and in this universe, right? Like you're here, you're in the physical, you get to smell the things, you get to taste the things, you get to touch the things, right? You get to use your five senses. So it's really important to stay within your bodies at this point and just be really present and appreciate and love every aspect of you, right? Every curve, every dent, every scab, every scar, every scratch, every hair, every follicle, right? Like just really just tap into your cells and just be like, you know what? Good morning, cells. I love you. Good morning to every part of my cells. I love you and thank you for supporting me and thank you for being here. Just pour love into yourselves and see how it feels. And loving the women in your life fiercely, that's a beautiful thing. Your mother, your sisters, your girlfriends, right? Like your coworkers, like your daughters, maybe your little cousins. Like who are the women in your life? Who are the females, the actual physical female energies around you that you can pour into a little bit, right? Can you grab a coffee? Can you grab a tea? Can you send a quick text message? Can you just let someone know that you're thinking about that? It's really beautiful. I love this card too because it looks like my girlfriend Amanda, and I was just thinking about her the other day, and I reached out. And I'm like, on social media. I'm like, let me know if your number's the same because I just love her. She's just a woman that I love. And she's like, I'm missing you and I'm loving you. And I'm like, that's my girl. So this energy is really sweet. And so me seeing it just reminded me, like, yeah, I need to text her and see what's up with my girl. And Lilith, look at this divine feminist. Lilith, the first woman. She was in the Garden of Eden with Adam, right? When humans first incarnated. And he wanted her kind of to be like subservient and docile and less than. And she's like, we got here together. Like, this is a team thing. Like, we're both doing this. Like, he made man and woman, not just you, not just me. Like, we're no, this is a dual thing. Like, I'm not bowing down to you. Like, you're crazy. Like, this is my life. This is my world. I'm living my best life. And Adam's like, no. And she was like, no? All right. So she took her shit and she bounced and she left him. Yeah, the first woman to leave her man too. I guess. I'm sorry. I love spiritual history and stories and all these tales. And the Bible is one of my favorite books because it is juicy. If you read the Bible from front to back, the Bible is juicy. Like they was doing it. They was listen. Anyway, back to Lilith. So Lilith is the first woman, right? Lilith is the embodiment of knowing who you are, knowing your worth, knowing your power, knowing your what? Your sovereignty, right? You know, I'm a big fan of sovereignty. She's sovereign, says my shirt. And just standing up for your truth and being like, no, this is what yes is, this is what no is, this is what my body is. I'm standing in my truth. And look at her body. She's naked, she's standing there, she's looking at you, no fucks to give. She's standing in her power. She's good naked, she's good with clothes, she's good with you, she's good without you. Right? And so it's a beautiful energy, just really being self-empowered and being in your body and just standing in your truth and standing in your sovereignty and knowing who you are and knowing whose you are, right? Knowing your body, knowing like this is, feels good, this doesn't, this is my truth, this is not my truth. Like when things don't resonate with your soul, you feel some kind of way and you feel it in your body. You need to honor that. You need to honor how you're feeling. You need to honor those truths. You need to honor, when your body and you feel it in your gut when you're like, no. You know what truth feels like in your body. You know when you hear something that you don't resonate with. And we have to climb out of our ego minds. I love it. I was just taking a class, um, and they mentioned this as well. It's like you have to climb out of your ego mind and realize that even though someone may quote unquote know more than you, right? Because maybe like they're a doctor or a lawyer, they have like all these degrees or whatever. You know what in your soul. Your soul is always connected to source and there's no separation. And even with all the degrees and accolades in the world, when someone is talking to you and it doesn't resonate for a reason because it's going against your soul's truth. And you need to stop questioning that truth and just following behind someone because the paperwork says you should, and tapping into your energy and tapping it. And again, this is why it's important to be in your body, because if you're in your body, if you're in your present sense, you're feeling. Our emotions are our gateways and our guideways to getting through this universe. That is why we have this emotional guidance system. That's why it's so important to tap into your emotions and to feel through things, right? We're always trying to bury things and take a pill and drink it away and smoke it away and fuck it away and do all these things to cover it up. But it's like, no, like feel the emotion, good, bad, or otherwise. Like I know certain things don't feel good. Grief doesn't feel good. Sadness doesn't feel good. Betrayal doesn't feel good, right? Like I understand that. But I also understand that if I can get with it in the moment and just deal with it in the present moment and know that it's a moment and not a life choice or a life decision or like it doesn't have to be my life, it's a moment and it might suck in that moment. Sucks to lose people. My Nana's birthday was yesterday, the 16th. I love her to death. Miss her so much every day, but I talk to her because I'm always connected with my ancestors. So, of course, I'm going to be tapping into my Nana. But I miss her physically being here, right? I wish I could still, like, hug her or, like, get, like, a little knuckle sandwich in my head or whatever. But I can't do that. But it doesn't mean that, like, the love is gone, right? And so it's like tapping in and remembering the strength and the power and not only the women in your life presently, remember the ancestors, like all the female ancestors you have, your grandmothers, your great grandmothers, your aunts, right? Like there's so many different matriarchs and maternal energies that come into our life in the female form. And it's not always directly through, maybe your mom or maybe your sister. Sometimes it's the tribe that you get into. I've had a lot of beautiful women pour into me over the years, and I'm so grateful and thankful for all of them. And they've shown me how to be really, really present, right? Get grounded. It's funny, a lot of them are earth energies, which is funny that God put that into my life because I have almost no earth in my chart. Side note. But anyway, so it's important right now, right? Get grounded, get into your body, feel your body, know your body. And then when things are coming up and you're feeling it to healing it, they're not sitting in your body. You guys know I'm a big fan of tapping. Right? Why? Because we're moving the emotions through our bodies. We're not holding on to these things. We're not holding on to it, right? We're not holding on to that pain. We're not holding on to that lie, that deceit, that betrayal. We're not allowing that to sit in our bodies. We're not allowing it to fester and grow and become cancerous and to become a cancer, to become some type of dis-ease that's within our body. We're moving it. We're moving it. And so feeling it and shifting it out is part of that. Being present in your body is part of that, because when you're present in your body, you're fully aware of your body, you know when something is off. And when you know something is off, then you have the awareness to do something about it instead of just covering it up with a pill, covering it up with some like deception or getting busy or distraction. Like, no, like you're present in your body, you're feeling yourself. And you're like, you know what? My back is still hurting. What's up with that? Right? Like, I've been tired for too long. What's up with that? Like, why am I constantly uncomfortable? What's up with that? You're going to start tapping in and start reaching out. Reaching out to whoever you need. Maybe you need to see a doctor. Maybe you need to see a psychiatrist. Maybe you need to go to a chiropractor. Maybe you need to go to a dietitian. Like when you start tapping in to your body and tapping into your soul and remembering your sovereignty and remembering that you are in charge of your life and your physical body, then you'll start to get the guidance. And when the guidance doesn't resonate with your soul, guess what? You're the CEO of your life. You get to hire and fire accordingly. Right? So it's important to tap in right now. Get really in tune with your body. Get really in tune with your truths. That's really vital at this time as the world is going through the world. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Let's see. Oh, that was quick. Khadijah, this is my girl. Khadijah, the mother of believers. Look at her. Look at her. Look, stand. Hands on the waist, right? Looking at you. Look at Lilith. Looking at you. Look, this is the look of an empowered divine feminine. This is the look of a divine feminine that is sovereign, that has remembered their divinity, that has remembered their light. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Look at that energy. You can't do that from a place of disempowerment. You cannot provide heaven and earth for yourself or be spiritually and financially abundant if your energy is all scattered all over the place. And how will you know if your energies are scattered all over the place? Because you're not grounded and centered in your physical being. It's important right now to get grounded and centered in your physical being and to really get in touch with you. Loving you. Like, love yourself. Touch yourself. Skin to skin. Right? Honor your body. Like, look in the mirror. Can you go stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself? Like, figure yourself out. Look at this chest. Look at these breasts. Look at these nipples. Like, look at your skin. Appreciate you. Get in touch with you and honor you and love you again. You are a child of the Most High God. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. You're perfect. You're dynamic just the way you are. So stand in your power. Stand in your sovereignty. It is important that you remember how unique and vital and delicious you are. Like you're so important to this world because you're here. I think people forget that. It's like, oh, I don't have a purpose, or I don't have this calling. Like you incarnated. Step one, you incarnated. That's a big deal. You're here on this planet for a reason. And it doesn't have to be a big catastrophic thing in which your name is in like newspapers and on like all these different ads. Like it could be just like you doing better than yesterday and that changing the pathway of your descendants. Because as we heal and as we do things to make ourselves better, we're changing the history of our family and we're changing the future of our family. We go 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. So the work that you're doing today, even if the work was I got out of bed today and it was hard because I didn't even want to do that, but I figured it out. It's a big fucking deal. It's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. And so get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with your body. Stop fantasizing. No, it's good. We gotta focus, manifest, visualize it, right? And then it's important to ground it down. We're still in Virgo season, right? Ground it down, earth it down, be really practical, get into your body and see and feel where you're being guided right now. Get into your body so you can trust the guidance you're getting. Get into your body so you can feel it and you'll know. And the yeses and the nos will be so much easier and so much faster because you'll be in touch with you. And that will lead to what? You being the bridge that creates heaven here on earth. You being spiritually and financially abundant, right? You being self-empowered. You knowing the voice of your soul and your body and you taking no shits from anybody. I love it. I love it. All right, Divine Feminines, I'm going to leave it there. I love it. I'm just so happy for you. Oh, love is what sets me free. I love it. Love is what sets me free. I love the fact that that was at the bottom of the deck. The Saint of True Freedom, right? Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. It is so important. It is so important that you go inside. And I know you hear that said, oh, go within, go within, go within. I'm a New Yorker. I grew up mad busy, and sitting down and meditating was not a good look for me. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? If I sit here, somebody gonna try to get me, rob me. Like, I was not with it at all. I get it. Like, I get it. I get it. And I'm not talking about just like sitting in silence. Like sometimes like going within, it's like, yo, let me get up and go take a walk so I can clear my head, right? Take a shower, jump in the bath. I mean, go for a swim, go for a run. These are different ways that you can clear your head and go within because as you're doing these activities, right, your mind is clearing, your thoughts are running. You know, we get some of our best ideas where, like, in the shower, right, where you're not able to write anything down, or when you sit on the toilet, right, maybe. So there are these times where you're just like releasing and clearing these energies, and it's good because you're tapping into your own soul, and you are always connected. Your higher self is always connected to the Most High. You always have the energies of the whole universe available to you, and your soul is feeling it. And when things feel good, you know. And when things aren't feeling good, you know. You've walked into a place and not felt right. You've gotten a vibe from things when they didn't feel good. You know better, and you know what you know. So start trusting that again and stop doubting these clues, hints, and signs that you're getting that are showing you that you're on point. Because you're on point with it, but you're not trusting it because your energies are scattered. So you got to bring it in, right? I'm big on tapping. There's a lot of energy things you can do to bring your energies in. Donna Eden talks about grabbing like the back of your shoulder and just pulling it down and going across your body, right? Like 3 times. 3 good times just doing that. Pulling down and across. And that'll bring your energies back in. That'll literally draw you back in and bring you into center in a moment. And you can do that at your desk. You can do that anywhere. You can do that outside. But it's important that you get back in touch with you and start trusting those feelings because you're being guided to your true north each and every moment of every day. But you have to follow that guidance. It's there for you for a reason. All right. So I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Have the best weekend ever. And I'll check in with you guys next week around the equinox. Later.